Hi guys and girls, it's Paul again, and I wanted to talk about some more of my wristwatches. I've already recorded one video, put it up on YouTube and TikTok, about the two watches that I flew with in my Air Force career. This time I want to talk about a particular brand of watch that I have in my collection, and that is Timex. You can see my 5 Timexes here, arrayed out on my desktop. Timex, of course, is an American brand. You can get them almost anywhere. Target, Walmart, I don't think Costco. Base exchanges or post exchanges if you're in the military. Very, very popular watch. Even though it's an American company, the movements they use, which they used to make their own, but they don't anymore, the movements they use come from places like China, Japan. I think they use a couple of Swiss movements in some of their more expensive watches, but generally Asian. And they're also assembled over in Asia. I believe all 5 of mine were made in the Philippines. Good watches, though, the ones I have are all in the $50 range or less. People who have more than one watch usually tend to have a Timex. And if they have a Timex, they might have more than one Timex, just like me. So a pretty interesting brand, a good brand, good looking watches for almost any occasion. And mine are mostly military style, what they would call a field watch. I'll zoom in and talk about them in a little more detail here. Let's see. Bump up the magnification and zero in on this guy right here. It's called a Timex Expedition Scout 40. Expedition, right? Am I saying exhibition or expedition? Expedition. Timex Expedition Scout 40. The 40 refers to the case size, which is 40 millimeters in diameter. This one, of course, has a blue face, white hands, orange second hand, and a blue band. I think the band is a terrific match for this watch. This one came with this band. Normally, when I get a new watch, the first thing I do is I change the band, but not in this case. It's just too good a match. Very, very happy with it. You'll notice it has a 12-hour scale around the outside of the dial. It has an inner 24-hour scale, which reflects the military heritage and makes it more of a field watch. And it has a date window at the right 3 o'clock position. I have more than one of these. This also is a Timex Expedition Scout 40. This is the first one I bought, I think. I got it at the BX here at Davis Mountain Air Force Base in Tucson. Very, very simple face, white with black hands and second hand. This one I put on a different strap right away. This one is on a silicone strap with curved ends that snug up against the watch there between the lugs, as you can see. Super comfortable. I really like wearing it. This is one that reminds me most of the Air Force pilot watch they gave me in 1973 that I flew with for the first few years. With the black face, white hands, white indexes, orange second hand. This one's on what they call a NATO strap, which is a cloth strap. The NATO strap is, by its name, as you could guess, primarily used by military folks. The way the strap loops through the spring bars in between the lugs on each side means that if a spring bar comes loose, the watch is still going to be held on by the other one. You're not going to lose it. The thing that irritates me a little bit about these NATO straps is they have hardware out on the sides. You can see these metal guides, these black metal guides. They stick out. They make the watch look super wide when I have it on my wrist. I've vowed to keep a NATO strap on this one particular watch because it is a good color match, and also just to try to get used to it. I think in time I will get used to it and I'll come to like them a little bit more than I do right now. This also is an Expedition, although this one is a chronograph, and it's a little bit larger than the 3 I just showed you. I think this is more like 42, 43 millimeters in diameter. It has chronograph functions. It's very, very complex actually to use. I actually have to go online and look up how to change the date. Every now and then they'll come up with a 30-day month, and now it's the first of the following month, but your quartz watches still show that it's the 31st of the previous month, and you have to adjust that date. With this one, I almost always have to look up the procedure on how to do it because it is kind of complicated. I have this one on a silicone strap, like that green strap I showed you earlier. This one's black on the outside, orange on the inside. I got that specifically to go with the black hands and the black and orange hands on this watch. I think it's really sharp looking. This last one I got on a sale, a Timex online sale. It's also an Expedition, but it's not a Scout 40. And I'm not real sure what to call this thing. It's not military, it's not a pilot watch, it's not certainly not a diver, it's not a dress watch, it's not a sports watch. I don't really know what to call it, but I like the wavy design of the dial. This one has a date window down at the 6 o'clock position that is super tiny and very hard to see. This one, like the first one I showed you, is still on its original strap. I like the strap this one came with. Wait a minute, I'm lying to you. That is a different strap. Well, okay, it's very much like the strap it came with, but it's from a different watch. I actually swapped out straps. So those are my 5 Timexes. Very, very fond of all of them. I wear them all the time. They all have quartz movements. They were all very, very cheap. I don't see how you can go wrong with the Timex. If you got one, get another one. If you got 2, get 3. Anyway, that's enough of that. You can see some of my other watches in the background. I've got a couple of cases back there with watches, mostly automatics. I will talk about those in future videos. I've got a few more over here on the other side of my desktop computer as well. You can see I have a smartwatch down there and some additional quartz watches. I'll get to all those in future tapes, and I'll be seeing you then. For now, take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.